My name, Edmund Yakani, Executive Director of CEPO. With due respect and honor, I would like to take this opportunity to appreciate His Excellency President for responding to our multiple calls for reconstitution of the National Transitional Committee, or NPTC. President have now reconstituted the leadership and the membership of the NPTC. This is a remarkable decision, though it was too much delayed. But at least we have seen a new blood, a new faces coming to the National Transitional Committee. We would like to take this opportunity to send a strong message to the new leadership and membership of the NPTC that the prerogative and the responsibility for delivering the pending task of the R-ARCSS genuinely and timely for ending the transitional period in a peaceful manner with the option of conducting peaceful and credible elections lie under your responsibility. The previous experience of NPTC that we have seen, you should avoid. And the experiences are centered on dragging feet and making empty promises to the citizens with regard to implementation of the pending task of the R-ARCSS, for instance, like the unification of the forces and funding of the mechanisms for delivering the pending task of the R-ARCSS. Now the new leadership, you are exposed to do action contrary to the previous experience of the old leadership of NTC. Now, moment has come for us to remind you that you must create a good enough condition for ending the transitional period by conduct of credible and peaceful election by the date of 22nd December 2026. But you have a responsibility to create the good enough condition for the conduct of credible and peaceful election by the deadline of 22nd October 2025. Your failure not to create a good enough condition for the conduct of the election by 22nd October 2025 will make us demand, and constitutionally also it will force the current incumbent government to be dissolved by 22nd September 2026. At the same day, an interim government will be established by 22nd September 2026 if the country is not ready to go for election. But if the country is ready to go for election, then 22nd December 2026 will go for the polling station to vote for a new government after the dissolution of the current incumbent government on 22nd September 2026. This is a very big task before your leadership and your membership on the table of the National Transitional Committee from the day of today, or after you take your oath of office, after you have been reconstituted as a new leadership and membership of the NPTC. Please, you have the responsibility to offer all tasks and actions within your capacity to save the country, to transition from the current political instability to stability in a peaceful manner through the conduct of the election by December 2026. But we cannot conduct the election if we don't meet the precondition for creating a good enough conditions for the conduct of the elections. And all this lie within your responsibility. Finally, we would like to appeal to the presidency that the presidency need to help the newly reconstituted leadership and membership of the National Transitional Committee, because political decisions for creating an enabling environment for the new leadership and membership of NTC and other institutions like the National Election Committee, like the Political Parties Council, like the National Constitutional Review Commission, or JDB for the unification of the forces, to deliver their actions timely against the deadline of October 2025 require timely and genuine political decision to be made by the presidency. And we repeat ourselves, if this country continue in political instability, the primary responsibility or the primary people whom we will blame for this continuous political instability, it is the members of the presidency, because the presidency is a primary high-level political leadership that have the responsibility to decide on how to transition the country from the instability to the stability. So presidency, please help our national institutions that you have entrusted them to deliver the transitional period successfully by making time and genuinely decision for them to exercise their mandates without any jeopardy or without any contradiction. As a member of civil society, our message to you is that in this last extended transitional period, which we demanded no more further extension, we are going to be watchful, tracking, following you, and we're not going to maintain silence. If our being vocal means you will take away our life on the expenses of demanding stability in our country, we are ready to pay for that cost. But we trust you at your various capacity that still you have the opportunity for transitioning the country from political instability to stability. Thank you very much.